Hello everybody and welcome to what is for me, recording wise, the last of the Battlemaster chassis variant videos of myself, Critical Rocket, and this is the Battlemaster 3S. Now this was another 3050 I believe version of the venerable mech. It makes a few interesting changes. It doesn't give you double heat sinks, but what it does give you is a lot of medium pulse lasers, 6 in fact, alongside a SRM6 and a LRM20. This is at the cost of one of the ballistic slots, so I believe all of the machine guns are taken away in this version, but I think on tabletop it did still possibly retain the ability to carry one of its machine guns. And the other thing to note is that actually 2 of the medium pulse lasers are on the back of the mech, not on the front. But in MechWarrior Online you get 6 energy slots, which are obviously all mounted 3x3 in each side torso. It was used as a support mech with its LRM20. It's actually, the LRM20 is considered to be the main punch of the weapon, which is obviously odd given the fact that the 6 medium pulse lasers, or the 4 medium pulse lasers in this case, potentially do more damage. Although you have to remember on tabletop damage roll locations are random, and the 20 potentially has more critical opportunities, and most importantly it keeps the mech away and it doesn't overheat too quickly, so yeah, I can see why. In MechWarrior Online, of course, this means you have a Battlemaster that doesn't particularly stand out as any one model that makes it unique compared to the other variants. I guess it's the fact that it actually comes with so much new tech. It's also a Battlemaster that comes with an XL engine standard instead of the double heatsink, so you do get the more expensive engine in place of the more expensive upgrade. Still, you're going to want to upgrade to double heatsinks, of course, because any mech that runs multiple pulse lasers is not very heat efficient with standards, and that's still going to set you back another 1.5 mil obviously when you go for the upgrade. Now these days you've got things like light fusion engines which you may want to stick in. Now please remember that this footage was recorded before the new tech additions to the game. So the Battlemaster 3S can very easily become something quite deadly. ER mediums instead of the pulse lasers, or possibly even bringing in an MRM system in the right arm missiles or the left torso missiles, or possibly even bringing in, I don't know, rocket launchers instead. There's a few options in there nowadays for the Battlemaster. The chassis, I think all Insphere chassis have been completely reinvigorated by this new technology that's been included, and it certainly makes it a much more interesting gameplay opportunity for a lot of people. And for me, I'm personally glad. I like the Battlemaster. I like the 3S actually. As a standard build, it's hot, but its damage potential is way up there for me. Using the stock weapons loadouts, it's definitely a must to have something that's this capable at close range. And I wholeheartedly recommend it if you are picking up any of the Battlemasters. This and the 1G are definitely two ends of it. You've got the 1G, which was the original when it was first built, and then you've got the 3S, which is the latest model, I believe, in the MechWarrior Online lineup, although there are obviously later models that use like newer tech, again, things like ER mediums, and, like PPCs and all that stuff. So, but if you're looking at the most advanced version, arguably this is currently the only one you can buy that's the most advanced. Customization wise, obviously it has loads of energy hardpoints and a couple of missile hardpoints. So, you know, you've got a decent number of options these days. As I said, MRMs and rockets. It would be interesting to see if they ever do go to having things like ATMs, because I think they could be really deadly. But as you can see from the footage, it's LRM20. It does fire in 2 bursts each time, so you have to be aware of that. You can see I think it fires 15 then 5, one after the other, rather than firing all 20.
New target.
So you do get a double burst of the missiles, which can be useful actually. It allows the second small lot of missiles to get through when AMS might be chewing up the first. So you do get most of your missiles hitting on targets. It's a bit like the Atlas when it fires its LRM20, it does the same thing basically, because there aren't enough tubes on the mech to fire all 20 at once. Other issues to consider, yes, its huge side torsos are definitely something that you have to be aware of, getting popped at any moment, and its arms are a bit low slung, so if you are relying on the arm mounted weaponry you do have to be aware of that. However, the torso mounted weaponry is quite high mounted on the Battlemaster, so it's always something to fall back on should you need it. And I've seen plenty of Battlemasters these over the years running around with things like ER larges entirely instead of weaponry, which is a testament to its ability to be able to peek and shoot a lot of targets. The other thing I would say, personally in my experience, although you may have a very different experience about Masters, I've always found the rear armour to be particularly thin as a standard, so you may want to dump a few points, maybe half a ton, or a ton of armour, spread it around the back of the mech, because you will definitely benefit from that, because if you don't, there's every chance that a light mech, or a fast medium, or even a heavy can just get behind you and core you out very, very quickly. Battlemasters are not renowned for their rear armour, and I've taken out plenty in the past. Regardless of your build, if I get behind you, I'm going to open you up if you don't do something about your rear armour. So, yeah, this finishes off the Battlemasters for me. Obviously, you may be watching this in a different order, but for me, this was the last one I did any narration for. Next up will be the Stalkers, which there are about 4 or 5 variants of that. So, I look forward to going through them and trying to hopefully get some interesting footage using the new tech for the Stalkers, seeing how the original builds hold up against the newer stuff that's now wandering around the battlefields. So wish me luck with that one, everybody, and I hope I get some good rounds for you. Well, hopefully just some hilariously bad ones as well, because I don't mind putting up matches where it just went so wrong it was funny. As long as I've got enough time to give you some of the lore background on that variant and talk some little bollocks like I'm doing now, just around at the time, really. So have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching. This round is seconds away from finishing, I believe, and I hope you enjoyed this chassis series so far, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Target destroyed. New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Forces. We're detecting no more hostiles.